Our next speaker is an incredible filmmaker, a self-made man. We've enjoyed so many of his films: Monsters Ball, Precious, and The Butler. Please welcome, in your best out and equal way, filmmaker Lee Daniel.
Sit the fuck down. When they told me to come here, I ran. I'm so honored to be here, guys, to talk to you guys about my experience in the workforce as a gay man. I was thinking that if Celeste Berry was in the 40s or in the 50s, that easily I could be the president, and many people here, be the president of the United States. We need this. Martha Wash tore it out. I was gagging backstage. Gagging. I wanted to be up with you guys. And I started thinking about, I was trying to think, like, what am I going to say? What do I have to offer that these guys haven't heard? And that is that we are one, you know? We're one. And I keep thinking that I'm alone, you know? I keep thinking that as I keep hearing my dad's voice. You're a faggot. You're not going to be anything. You're not meant to be anything. And you're nothing. And so in the back of my head, I keep hearing that. And then, so you think you're alone. And then I look at all these pretty ass faces out here. And I'm not alone! It's so refreshing not to be alone. I read here that while we see increasing gains in marriage equality in 29 states, we can be fired for our sexual orientation. And in 32 states, we can be fired for being transgender. That there is no federal law protecting LGBT workers nationwide. I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer about it. But that shit's fucked up. You know? When I did The Butler, I did all this, I had a deep appreciation for my mom and my dad, who couldn't help to be homophobic. And I had a deep appreciation for the civil rights movement. But I sort of wrapped it, at the end of the movie, I realized that our movement is the civil rights movement of this generation. I wasn't even aware of it, you know? Because you go into these people, and y'all know them people, you know? And look, we all got nice straight friends and stuff, you know, but you know the deal when you're walking in there. And for me, when I've walked into offices, you know, they think, oh, here's the gay boy, he's going to entertain us. That there's nothing there, there's no backbone there, that is just, he's that silly guy, you know? Yes, he's talented, but what does he bring to the table as a man, as one of us? And it's so whack, and it's so, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, because y'all got the girls up here singing and everything, and but I start thinking, this is where it's at. This is where we are right now as a nation, and what they're thinking of us. We have the power to continue to do we have the power to continue to move we have the power to do whatever the fuck we want to do, guys. We can do whatever we want to do. Let me tell you something. I come from poverty. I come from extreme poverty. I come from the projects. I come from Philadelphia. Ooh, Philadelphia in the house. That's right. You know, my earliest memory was that of walking down the stairs in my mom's pumps. And get my ass whipped by my dad. And knowing that I was different then. And my dad putting boxing gloves on me and having me go down to the Boys Club of America, where I had some fun. That was a stupid move on his part. But what we're taught subliminally as children is that, and I have kids now, which is fantastic. My kids are 18. My partner and I can't believe, my daughter's going to the University of Paris studying film. Fancy. And my son is in Boston in school, in college. It's incomprehensible. And they have no idea. You know, my ex-partner is white, and they don't have an idea about race, you know, because one dad's white and I'm black. And they don't know and they really don't know from straight or gay. They don't care. That's the world that we're living in. I hope that we can pass that on. I'm doing a TV show right now. I can't believe Fox was stupid enough to let me on TV. Well, I just probably got fired if this is aired. But I created this show with, I wanted to do Dynasty old school. And I wanted to bring back drama. Because I love Housewives, but I wanted to bring Housewives into like cinema. And so we have this black family that are billionaires that come from poverty, and it's all in the world of hip hop. So it's a musical. It's Glee without the G. Glee. It comes on after American Idol in January on Fox. And what we address, one of the themes in the show is the relationship that I have with my dad. I can't write or direct something if I haven't experienced it. And one of the themes is that this man happens to be dying. Anybody know Terrence Howard? He stars in it. It's great. And Taraji B. Henson, I don't know whether anybody knows Taraji. She's everything. Cookie is her name. And he's dying. He's got this empire. The show's called Empire. And he's dying, and he doesn't know which son to leave his empire to. And he has 3 sons. And of course, the most talented son is gay. And he can't leave the empire to the son. And we understand, with pathos, we understand. We understand with sympathy why he really feels that his son cannot take over, the gay son can't take over the empire. It is provocative television. Like I said, I can't believe they let me on TV. But we really take a look at homophobia in a way I hope that will turn and change the minds of people that think that we're less than. Because that's how I feel often, even after Academy Award nominations, and just, you know, you just go in and I'll never forget it. I did Monsters Ball, and I had this great idea about these lesbians that were teaching this overworked overweight black girl to read. And after not only do make a great movie, but I was responsible for the first black woman to get an Academy Award. I go into this all around hot. Thank you. I go into in Hollywood and I start telling my next story about people without a woman without a voice that's not heard, a face that's not seen. And I go into these rooms, and even with the Oscar nominations and the groundbreaking sort of stuff that, that I've been known for, they laugh me out of the room. Who wants to see a movie about a black, overweight woman with HIV that are being, it's being taught by a lesbian? And I hear that voice again, that my dad told me, "You're nothing. You're a faggot. You're nothing." And I'm here to tell you that I'm not. I'm something. And and when I see your faces out here, and I hear, I'm backstage laughing at you guys. You're so unruly. You shouldn't even be in the room seated down. You're unworthy to be seated. You're rude. I'm loving it, because you are me. We are one, and we are a family, and that's real talk. How do I give back? Because it's not about, I think that the thing is that it's not about what you're doing. I mean, I can't, it's not mine. God hasn't given this to me. It's not mine. My talent isn't mine. It belongs to the universe. So what do I get? My high is passing it on to kids, to teaching kids that you will not be bullied, that you are something. And so, my greatest gift is teaching gay kids that it's okay to be gay. It's okay to be yourself. Because without being yourself, you can't be. And I found myself for so long not being myself, trying to think that, that I had to be a certain way, I had to walk a certain way, I had to do certain things to prove myself as a man, to prove myself in society, and not be who it was that I wanted to be. I wanted to be that bitch in high heels walking down the stairs. That's who I wanted to be. But, you hear these voices that say you can't. And what I found is that when I was able to be me, and I was able to speak the truth, and not to be worried about being edited or being criticized, that's when I was able to do my best work. That's when I was able to get Oprah Winfrey to do some of the things that I was able to get her to do in The Butler, or Nicole Kidman to do some of the things that I was. Anybody see Paperboy? They didn't mention my movie Paperboy. That is everything. Hello, mention that movie. No one liked. We don't really get much. That was in between Precious and Butler, and that again addresses homophobia in a way. All of everything that I do addresses my life and issues of homophobia. It's crazy, We got a long way to go. A long way to go. And we've come such a long way. And yet we have such a long way to go. My son asked me when he was 13, he was so confused. He said, he was 13, he was in his bunk bed, and he came down and he said, "Dad, I think I like girls. Is that okay?" I said, "It's okay, I guess." It's okay, I guess, you know. What a waste. My daughter, her best friend is lesbian, and so she goes to the bedroom with her girlfriend. They're doing homework, and I go, and I'm trying to be cool, you know, and as much as dang, how do I say this without? Well, I mean, you know, like I was worried, you know, because I don't want her to go through what I had to go through. You know, I don't want her to have to go through the pain that I had to go through, or the struggles that I had to go through, or the embarrassment that I had to go through, or the bullying that I had to go through. You know, it's easier being black than it is being gay. You know, because they tell you what time it is right in front of your face. But the gay thing is like, that's behind your back. You know, they kiki and they look at you differently behind your back. And no, we're not paranoid. It's fact, you know, and true. We were trying to get, I remember I tried for 3 years to get Brokeback Mountain made after Monsters Ball, and I finally gave up. I just I threw in the towel, and I didn't want to do work. I didn't want to work in the field that I thought God told me was my field, and I couldn't understand why people just didn't want to see this incredible story. And thank God Ang Lee was able to do it. But what happens is that, yeah, right? Yeah. And I guess the point is that you can't give up. And we're not alone. We really aren't alone. And you know, I hear these voices and I'm backstage laughing. You guys are hysterical. I'm laughing at you and I'm feeling such a part of this. I feel the heart, you know. We laugh. We laugh through the pain. I dodged bullets growing up in the projects. I don't know how I did, but I dodged the AIDS bullet as I watched all of my friends die, many of whom in my arms of AIDS. And I've watched the achievements that we have made, and they're phenomenal. And yet they're still not enough. And I don't know whether I'm greedy, you know, whether I should be so lucky, you know, we're lucky, you know, we got heads of so-and-so, and we got heads of so-and-so. No, I want a gay president. Then I know, you know, we're going someplace. And I think it can be achieved in our lifetime, guys. I think in our lifetime it can be achieved. I think that this room in itself is an example of the power that we have. Some very powerful people are in this room. Some very talented people are in this room. And who's laughing? And we have the power to change. Anyway, I'm here. I'm queer. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.